Hello, and welcome to another episode of Rants and Raves, a series that is usually called Solipsist Rambles, but occasionally I return to its original name, as I do today, because I think it's deserving. Today's subject is one that is incredibly meaningless and petty, but I am returning to form as the way this very series started once upon a time, complaining about minor things that are mostly just an inconvenience and annoyance. But my complaint that I have now been sitting on for probably 2 years, this is one I've had written down, and I just kept passing over it because it felt too petty, but it came back to rear its ugly head today, and I had to get on it. I need there to stop being spinach in spring mix. I know. But I like salad. I like vegetables. I even like spinach. Put a pin in that. But what I cannot stand is big boxes or bags of things labeled as spring mix, and they are 90% fucking spinach. If I wanted spinach, I could buy spinach. It is, in fact, one of the few lettuces that you can very easily buy pretty much anywhere. It's basically that, romaine, and iceberg is available pretty much anywhere in this country that you want to look. If I see the box right next to it that says spinach, and I go to a different box, I do not want that other box to be 90% the same thing. What's the point? Now this got a bee in my bonnet again because I bought some spring mix a couple of weeks ago, ate through all of it, and I was very happy with it. I had not bought spring mix in a while. It's usually not my go-to lettuce in the first place. But I was like, this looks okay. Let's give it a try. I'm feeling like some salads this week. And it was like probably 70% not spinach. And it's like 30% spinach. And I can tolerate that. I don't like spinach as salad in the first place. And that is basically because I think it is a terrible... It's a terrible leaf to eat raw. It has awful, awful texture. It does not have any of the same qualities that other leafy greens have. It doesn't have any of the snap. It doesn't have any of the tear. All the textures are wrong. And it's just this, it's like chewing on crushed velvet, which sounds like it might be nice maybe to the right person, but to me, it is distinctly not. It feels like something I should not be chewing. And there are other foods that bother me more in that regard, but I barely tolerate spinach in a salad. I like spinach for other things. It is great in other things, usually when it's cooked, because everybody makes the jokes about, oh, you cook spinach and it shrivels up to, shrivels down from an entire bag to one leaf worth of size. And yeah, that's exactly one of the reasons why it's better cooked than it is as a leafy thing, because the qualities that make it a terrible leaf to chew on are the exact good reasons why, or the reasons why it shrivels up like that. Because it is, as with most lettuces, mostly water, but also it has distinct qualities about its structure that make it unpleasant to chew on. So anyway, digression about raw versus cooked spinach aside, why did I buy this great box of spring mix that I was pretty happy with and go back like the week after and buy another box and it is 90% spinach? This shit has me fucked up. It's making me mad, not just because it's inconsistent, but because if you did this to any other product, people would riot. You know how there's like all different kinds of salad mixes and stuff that are available? This is the only one that fucks you up like that. If you go buy like a coleslaw mix or something like that, and it was 90% carrots, people would riot. It's insane. It's bizarre. It's a weird decision. And especially when spinach is also one of the leafy greens that most commonly gets recalled for being contaminated. Why that is the one that's in there, I will never understand. So instead, what I accidentally bought was a box that was 90% full of spinach, and then 5% full, or like 8% full of like random leafy, like small leafy greens, and then like 2% or whatever remaining percent I said of baby red leaf lettuce, just enough to give the appearance that it was an even mix of things. Because when you're buying spring mix, you can see like the color splotches, which is, that's all the red leaf lettuce in there that's giving you the idea. It looked distributed enough that I was like, this looks okay. Because this isn't my first fucking rodeo with spring mix. So I get... Now I've just been eating it. There's probably like 2 more salads worth in there, and I just can't. It's driving me insane. What is the point? Why have they done this? Why have they put the worst lettuce in such quantity in something where you can already buy? Just make spring mix not have spinach in it at all. Personally, like I don't know who decided that spring mix meant that mix of lettuces, but it shouldn't include spinach. Everybody can buy spinach. Like I said, you can buy spinach on your own. If you really like spinach, either eat a spinach salad or buy a separate package of spinach and add it. It's bulking agent. It's probably the cheap. I'm willing to bet it's the cheapest to grow, or it's the fastest to grow, and that's probably why. What I can't understand as well is it is definitely not the most resilient, because that would at least be an understandable reason. There's a lot of products that are kind of subpar because they are made in such a way, or they're produced in such a way, or shipped in such a way that they are the most capable of being shipped in order to be sold. Because there are some things that you just can't like ship and sell, especially when it comes to produce. But for some reason, this is the other. In addition to just me personally not liking spinach raw as a salad, it's also the thing that always goes bad. Like if you get a bad leaf, or you leave a box or a bag a little too long, it is always some rancid piece of spinach. It's never anything else. It's never the red leaf lettuce. It's never the green leaf lettuce. It's never the baby butter, whatever. It's always the frickin' spinach that has one rancid little leaf that has then infected everything around it into this brown mush that sits in a liquid at the bottom of the box or the bag and makes the whole thing stink. And you're just like, I don't want to dig through this. And then you throw away the whole bag because you can't be bothered. It's the worst. It is absolutely the worst. And it's never the baby spinach either. It's always these big honkin' leaves. So if you weren't already upset with the texture of spinach in the first place, it's also not the tender small leaves of spinach. It's the big honkin' ones, the ones that are like the size of a fist if you put your fist over one, that are in there, and it's so bad. I hate spinach salads. I don't understand the appeal. It's the worst texture. It has no flavor. Everybody who's like, oh, it's got iron. No, it doesn't. That's a myth. It's a mathematical error that was made in like the 60s. None of it. Spinach is fucking terrible as a salad. It's fine for other things. It's good in like fillings for stuff. When you add other flavors to it and cook it down, and garlic and salt and butter and all these other things that are wonderful, it's good for other things. It's not a worthless product, but don't put it in my fucking spring mix. I'm so tired of it. This is going to require some audio editing so I don't peak a bunch. Anyway, that's it. I hate spring mix full of full of spinach and I wanted to go away. Thanks for watching. Leave your spinach hate in the comments. I'll see you next time.